for introductions. Aparecida, can I start with you? Can you introduce yourself to us, please?
Good morning. My name is Aparecida Semirami. I live in Liberdade, state of Goiás, southwest of Brazil, centro-oeste, north-west, I'm sorry. I'm married, I have a daughter, I work in each area with management of projects in infrastructure. I am studying to improve my skills in financial management of cloud, FinOps and AWS, Azure. This. I like stay with my home in the weekends with my family, and I like do outside activities, like only walk in a park near my home or ride a bike. A little bit about me. I like to read books. I love read and watching movies and series on TV too. I believe it is.
All right, thank you, Aparecida. Let's go with you, Taina. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, good morning, guys. My name is Taina. I'm 29 years old. I'm living in Scotland. I am a calm person. I like to travel and connect with nature. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. And what about you, Otávio? Can you talk a little bit about you, please?
Hi everyone, my name is Otávio. I'm from Ilicínea, Minas Gerais. I am 27 years old, married, and I have a daughter. I work as a software engineer. In my free time, I love to spend time with my family, play video games, watching movies and series. My favorite food is pizza. This is my first month in the platform, and I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Otávio. Be welcome. And finally, good morning, Lulian. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm okay, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. Lulian, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, so I'm Luria. I live in Belo Horizonte. I have 2 pets. Today I was impressive because Zoom changed the way we need to log in again. Today he asked me a password for a double verification. So every day is a challenge here to connect, but it's okay. And I'm a business analyst. I work from home, so I like this because I can have some kind of flexibility with my job. And here in Talk and Talk, I'm learning French and Spanish too. That's it, and thank you.
Sorry, I was muted. All right, thank you, Lulian. And good morning, Yanka. Yanka, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
No problem. How are you today?
Morning, guys. I'm well, a little bit sleepy, but it's part of the life.
All right, no problem. Yanka, we are introducing ourselves. Can you do this for us, please?
Yeah, sure. My name is Yanka. I am 28 years old. I'm a sociologist and demographer. I'm living in Philadelphia, US, doing part of my PhD nowadays. Now I'm playing in a roda de samba too. I'm playing tantan here. It was really nice to find this Brazilian group and make part of it. It helped us with socialization and so on. So it has been nice. And well, I really enjoy music, dancing, singing, playing, and I think that I will invest in it for now. beyond my job for sure. It's this.
All right, thank you, Yanka. All right, guys, so since we finished our introductions, I would ask to everyone, if you receive an invitation, please accept because we will split this conversation to main rounds, all right? Oh, someone is knocking the door. Let me receive this and let me share the questions again. So, as I was explaining, we will split this into rounds, and this way you had more time to talk, all right? But before we do this, let's say hello to Christian. How are you, Christian?
Hello guys, good morning. I'm doing great.
All right, thank you, Christian. This is your first time in our immersion?
No, actually, I already participated in some immersion at this time.
Oh, all right, all right. I remember you. You are from Bolivia, Venezuela. I don't remember exactly, but I think I remember
Bolivia.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, Bolivia.
that's right. Okay, Christian, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. So guys, good morning everyone. I hope you are doing well today. For those who don't know me, my name is Cristian Jimenez. As I already said, I am from Bolivia. However, I currently live here in Brazil. I moved here because of my job, so I currently work in IT area, and I've been working in that field for almost 12 years. I'm 37 years old. I am married as well, so I came here with my wife. Actually, I am English host here in the platform, and I started as a French host the last year. I am trying to learn French and enhance my English level for my professional goals. In my free time, I love playing football when I have the chance, and as well playing volleyball, and watching series, watching TVs when on weekends normally. That's it. A little bit about
Oh,
me.
all right. Thank you, Christian. All right, guys. So let's start with our conversation. Let me share the questions final again, and then let's start. Okay, if you receive the invitation, please accept, and that's it. Okay. So as I said before, today we'll talk a little bit about school and creativity. So let's start with our first question. Okay. Let me check. Christian, can you start reading the question number one and start answering, please?
Sure, let me see. The question number one goes like this. Did the school help or limit your creativity? How? Um, so when I look back, I think that my background at the school was not that good. It's always that always mentioned here when we talk about education. I've never been like a so smart guy at my school time, even in the university time. So I'm not sure if the school helped me to like stimulate my creativity. I believe that I did it in different ways, perhaps with sports, with music, that was not directly related with with the school subjects. Because about music, my mother, she always wanted us to be musicians, so we got enrolled in some musician institutes. And I believe that music has helped me more than school overall. So I'm not sure if school helped me in some ways about, stimulating my creativity.
Okay, that's interesting because we know, how can I say, art can help creativity a lot, and music is a type of art, and that's good to know. And what about you, Oswaldo? What do you think about this?
Hey guys, good morning. Well, I think like Christian said, I don't know if schools helped me about creativity. I can remember a lot of situations where I had to cut tie my creativity to solve common class at school, common class task at the school. I when I was younger, I'm sure that music and video games helped me more than school about creativity, you know. Um, yeah, I think in summary that's it, Carlos.
All right, thank you. And finally, what about you, Otávio?
In my case,
Oh, I can hear you. There are a lot of noise.
1 minute.
That's
Otávio?
like you're talk from bathroom, something like that.
My webcam.
I can.
No, you can.
No, there is a lot of echo and noise at the background.
No.
Otávio? No, there's looks better. Can you try to talk?
Um,
No, that's good. I can hear you. Go ahead.
uh, for me, I think I never think about it, but I think depends. I had some teachers who helped me improve my creativity, but the most of them don't help me. They just write on the blackboard and don't stimulate uh, my creativity. Don't make situations that make me think. In general, I think that school don't help me with creativity.
All right. It's interesting because we had different point of view because Osvaldo, Otávio, and Christian said the school didn't help, and I think the school helped me. I don't know why, but I'm a curious guy, and I always like to do questions, the most strange questions than you think. Like yesterday, for example, I was driving with my wife, going to my place. And then suddenly I start to think with no reason, but this question came to my mind. How a driver can feel if a earthquake start when he is driving? Maybe the amortecedor, I don't know how to say this in English, but can avoid feel something inside the car, or maybe if it's a huge earthquake, he will be able to stop the car. How this will happen, or the guy will feel inside the car? And I said that to my wife, and she say, "Oh, you are crazy, man. I will never think about this question because we live in Brazil." As I said, I have those strange questions in my mind, and usually in the schools that I studied when I was younger, my teachers always try to answer those weird questions that I had. I think this helped me in my creativity. And I don't know why, but I feel this way, I don't have data enough to say, oh, this helped me or this didn't help me. But I feel this way. This school helped me with my creativity because we have to do uh, tasks like write histories, letters, and invent stars. It always was something I like. So I think yes, this could help me. So let's go to the question number two. Oswaldo, can you start with the question number two, please?
Yeah, for sure. Were you encouraged to ask questions or just follow rules? In my experience, Carlos, I feel shame, fear to ask a lot of questions at school. I used to ask a lot of questions. I don't know if these questions were crazy like yours, but I'm sure that I had this curiosity along the way, along the time. But I used to feel not I wasn't comfortable to ask whatever I like. Uh, but yeah, in my case, I feel more comfortable to think by myself with games, you know. You said about car behavior. I currently I have a lot of ASCII in my mind about car behavior because sim racing because I'm currently playing sim racing and these times I use, oh, if I change a little bit the camber setup, how that will affect the car behavior and something like that, you know. So that's interesting. Games and music. And about music, I remember I wrote a lot of songs in English when I was teenager. Of course, my English it was so bad then now, but I tried, and that stimulate me more to be creativity than at school, you know?
Okay, okay, I totally agree with you. Sometimes this can happen. And what about you, Otávio? Question number two.
My case is similar, like Osvaldo. Uh, I I had uh, fear to ask questions in my class, not only because the teachers, but because the older students in my school have bullying, and when someone else asking some wrong or some no sense, um, the other students make bullying, then I don't feel free to express yourself in class. Uh, and that's it.
All right, that's bad. I know. Sometimes I had two daughters, and I always say, sometimes people think, oh, kids, they are angels, and I don't agree with this because they can be really rude and they can hurt your feelings if they want. Anyway, and what about you, Christian? What do you think about the question number two?
Sure. Unfortunately, I would say that my experience was similar, like Osvaldo's and Otavio. I am the kind of person who I consider myself as a shy person, and I think that the older we get, the most difficult to us to express our opinions. It can be because society influence. In this case, specifically at the school, we stop asking questions because we think that we can seem stupid sometimes, or perhaps there were some teachers who were judging your answer, even though they are teachers, they wouldn't do that. I already had some teachers, for example, my English teachers. My English teacher was really bad at the point that she used to tell us that we were like, how the heck you cannot learn how to use the verb to be, something like that. So I think that is the lack of good education, unfortunately, around the world, around the globe, but specifically in South America, I'm not sure if like everybody has easy access for a good education. I think that for attending to those kind of good schools, you have to pay more. So unfortunately, not everybody has this this opportunity. And the same thing happened with me. Nowadays, for me, it's been a little bit. I struggle in expressing myself in meetings, for example, work meetings. Even though I know the answer or I can contribute, I think that I created like a trauma with with the past Christian, and that Christian is still here with me. But I need to find a way to overcome it because yeah, I have to overcome it because I know that I improved a lot in different ways. However, you know, that trauma is difficult to overcome. So I currently consider myself like a shy and introvert person in work environment.
All right. That's sad, as I said before, because everyone has a bad history to share related to do some question and people laughing or making jokes. My wife is equal. She remember perfectly when she made a question in the class and everyone started to laughing, and then she still stop to do questions. But as I said, I had a lot of questions in my mind, and I really don't care if people think it's annoying doing questions. I always do the questions I want, but I think my teachers and even I'm my background is in the public school here in Brazil. My teachers help me to uh, get better directions to the questions that I had in my mind. For example, I was asking to Dan personal stuff, if I don't know, like gossip and those other type of questions, but the teachers help me to direct my thoughts to what is really important. For example, the content in the class and so on, because I always said, "Oh, I listen to propaganda or a ad here in Brazil who say the questions move the world, as perguntas movem o mundo," and I always use this phrase to just find myself doing the most strange questions than I can imagine. And I had a teacher who said this, "Oh, but you need to do the right answer." The right question. It's more important the question than the answer. If you do the right question, people will answer to you. But if you do a bad question, or if you don't write or ask for details, people will don't care about what you are asking to them. So this helped me to get the right direction, and I think helped me to be here nowadays. But as I said, I have thinking about being encouraged to ask questions. It depends if you are in a safe environment or if you are not, and this will help you. For example, I'm a Christian, not just like you, Christian, but you know what I mean. I believe in Jesus, and at the church, usually people don't like you do questions, but I have those questions like, "Do you know Adam from Adam and Eva?" And I asked to my pastor if Adão has a belly button. Do you know, umbigo? And my pastor didn't know to answer me. And of course, it was a question who there is not an answer, but I made this question to him, and he started to laugh, and he said to me, "Oh, every time you had those questions, please bring to me and I will find the answer. If there is not an answer, I will say to you." And I feel safe to do those questions to him, and this helped me and encouraged me a lot. But I know there is different persons in our life or in the situations we live, and this can block us for doing questions. All right. So I still don't have this answer. I answer to this question, but I have a guess. I think he had maybe got the pinky, and do a belly button. I don't know. I just guess. Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying that. Let's go to the question number 3. uh, Otávio, can you start the question number 3, please?
Sure. Did you feel free to express yourself in class? I think no, because teachers and the bullying in my class. That's it.
All right, but I had to say you are in a safe environment. I'm not a teacher, Otávio, and no one here in Talk and Talk will judge you. You can say whatever you want, just like me saying things
Thank you.
about belly buttons. Anyway, but you are in a safe environment, you can express yourself and don't be shy, all right?
All right. Thank you.
All right. And what about you, Christian?
Let me see. I wanna say that it depends on the subject. It was not like I was shy at the school in every single subject. I believe that it was more introvert in some subject that I didn't know. For example, English. But on the other hand, in a different subject like EP, physical education, PE in English, or music. I think that I was more extrovert because I had more knowledge about it. Regarding PE, I was really good volleyball player, so I was part of the uh, school's team. So I think that that's why I feel more like more confident in those kind of subjects. So I didn't have any problems to express myself, to interrupt the teacher, or to say something related to the specific uh, the subject of the class. The same thing in music because, as I already said, I attended to a music institute, so I have a lot more knowledge than my colleagues because I believe that they didn't have that extra classes like me at that time. So yeah, I think that it depended on the subject that I was giving or I was doing.
All right, that's a good point. But I want listen, Oswald, before I say something about this. Go ahead, Oswald.
Yeah, oh my goodness, my experience look like Christians war. I had at the school, I had a lot of opportunities to express myself. The point that I said is related another teammates. I wasn't bullied. I don't know if that's right, but I could see another teammates suffering bullying a lot by the time, and that hurts me, and it was by the time, as you know, it was hard to change these things. But in my case, I tried to express myself with when I was feel sure about the topic that I would ask, like your teacher taught you, Carlos, and your pastor as well. I tried to only to ask anything. I I would say um, I decided to ask something related to the environment, and because that I think schools didn't help me about creativity, because I can imagine why you have these questions, Carlos, but it's totally related creativity in my point of view. And yeah, I was capado at school in my point of view. That's it.
All right. Um, it's a good point of view. Question number two: did you feel free to express yourself in a class? And Christian get a interesting point of view about this, and actually I was discussing about this in another immersion, because I believe more experienced you are in a subject, more able you are to talk about it. And if you are starting to learn something, or you doesn't have don't have uh, a lot of knowledge in that subject, maybe you feel with less confidence to ask or to express yourself. So, if I'm in a class in a subject that I know something, um, you are able to say something or not. But I remember when my first week at the college, at the university, I was doing a math class, cálculo diferencial integral. I don't know how to say this in English, but the teacher started to say things about logarithms, and I didn't know nothing about that, seno, coseno, tangent, and those things. And I asked a question. Oh, may I ask what is this? And I never listened this before. And he said to me, "Oh, this is a subject to the high school. And if you didn't learn at the high school, I will not teach you this, because you are in a university. So move your ass." And I say, "Oh, okay. I came from a public school and I have a bad background, so I will learn this." And I go to the library, biblioteca, yeah, and I ask for some friends to help me, and they teach me, because my teacher doesn't want to teach me. But I understand him. He couldn't spend time in the college saying basic stuff to me. But if I was oh my god, I made a question and my teacher didn't answer me, I couldn't move, so I really don't care if people what think about the questions I made. But sometimes I know, if you are not so experienced in a situation, it's hard to express yourself. Okay, let's jump to the question number 4. Christian, can you read the question number 4, please, and start your answering?
Sure, of course. Let me see here. Question number 4. Which subject inspired your creativity the most? So I already said, I already mentioned some of them. I believe that music helps me so much. I learned how to play the piano, so at the same time I learned how to sing while I was playing. So I think that was inspiring me so much, and I currently do the same activity, something that I consider one of my most favorite hobbies, that is music. Unfortunately, I stopped playing the piano because I don't have the instrument anymore, and having a piano is like expensive nowadays, and it's like a one more furniture for in your house. So I don't have a piano nowadays. On the other hand, I still sing. I'm Christian as well, so my religion is Adventist. So religions normally or churches are driven by music. So I really love singing, and in my church, I am part of the worship group, and sometimes I have to do the special worship over there, and I really love to do it. So yeah, I think that music has helped me so much as well in memorizing. Now that I think about it, I used to memorize all of the lyrics, the songs that I loved when I was younger. And nowadays that I remember that, I use this like the same strategy because it's based on repetition. So I try to use the same strategy for remember or to add new vocabulary to my English speaking, and the same for my French speaking. So yeah, I think music has helped me so much in different ways.
All right, thank you, Christian. And before we go ahead, I need to say something. I can't control myself, but since Christian bring this to the table, I need to say it's really interesting because I know you are Christian. Your name is Christian, and you are a Christian. Because last week I saw a video and I laughed so much. It was a girl who started to live in England, and he was walking on the street and start to he was lost, and a guy uh, helped her to find the way she want. And at the end, the guy say, "Oh, I'm Christian," and she said, "Oh, I'm Christian too." And the guy say, "No, I'm Christian." And she said again, "Oh, I'm Christian too." And the guy say, "Oh, okay, and goodbye." And she started walking again, and she understood. The guy didn't was saying to her he believed in Jesus. The guy was saying his name is Christian. And all right, I know there is nothing to do with it's not related to our conversation today, but it's kind of funny. Christian is Christian, you know? Sorry, Christian, I'm not doing a joke with you, but I saw your name and you say you are Christian, and I remembered this video, and it was good because English, there are differences, you know, and sometimes you need to see the context of a phrase to understand what other guy is saying, you know. That's it, just off topic. Okay. Now I feel better because this was firing me, you know, like a fire inside myself. Okay. Let's go again, Osvaldo. Question number 4.
Yeah. You are a joker today, Carlos.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Don't worry, I liked a lot. Yeah. About the 440 question, um, guys, let me see. Yeah, I participated of church music group, but when I was teenager, I like to play guitar and I like to sing as well. And nowadays, I recognize myself in during the day. For example, when I'm listening some music that that I like, and I stop my job and I need to sing along, and I need to close the door to not ring my another my wife, my stepson, you know. And yeah, someone used it to say to me that I can play and sing very well, but I don't know. After my teenager, when I participated in that church music group that I mentioned, I don't. The people used to say that I can sing in a good way. And yeah, these activities, besides playing games, stimulate me a lot to feel better and my creativity, you know. And yeah, let me see if I have something different to say. Music and history games, I would say, specifically about games. History games make me inspired, you know. And movies and documentaries related drama and real histories at the same. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Osvaldo. And what about you, Otávio?
Osvaldo, copy my answer. For me, documentaries about the human history, pyramids, something like this, inspire my creativity. And my job, I work with technology, and I love to create new things, testing new technologies. I think this help me improve my creativity every day. Um, that's it. Uh, Games and series too.
All right.
I love game histories. In the future, I want to create my own game, and I all the time my mind is create a history, game history about my game, victories. Uh, this helped me a lot.
Right. I totally understand you. And my answer is totally different from you guys because there is a subject in my life who helped me be more creative. Cre- oh my God, improve my creativity. It's my daughter's because my old daughter has 9 and the youngest has 4 years old. She's 4 years old, and have kids improve your creativity because you had to reinvent yourself, playing same games, for 9 years. It's hard sometimes, and we need to adapt ourselves, and use creativity to keep them interested in what we are doing. So I have to each weekend at Saturday, I sleep with my old daughter and I say Easter to her. And those days I was recording, I told to her more than 100 Easters. And I don't, at the beginning, I read a book, but books are expensive. And after some time, I start to invent my own Easters, and it's hard. And I think my daughter helped me to get more had more be more creative. Oh, it's hard. Sorry, I don't know how to say. My daughter helped me to be more creative, I think. And actually, I wrote a book, and I'm in a phase to prepare to publish. It's a history I told to her when she was sleeping, and I asked to my daughter to do the drawings, the illustrations of this book, and I want to publish this year. So for me, be a father made me more a creative guy, I think. Okay, let's go to question number 5. Osvaldo, can you start with the question number 5, please?
Yeah, for sure. How would you change schools to support more creativity thinking? Oh, guys, that's a hard question. I don't know if school can do that in a good way because in my perspective, creativity and traditional classes are opposite, it's hard to balance that because if you give space for a lot of creativity, you can kill traditional stuffs, especially related to discipline, to human behavior, I would say, because I think the one of the base related to school is our behavior as a human being. So I don't know. I think we need to think better and in which ways we can mix these topics. For me, both of them are opposite, but I think maybe we have it would be interesting if we have some classes, specific classes to creativity, to bring creativity, like art class, yeah, so and some like that.
All right. A good point of view. And what about you, Otávio?
It's a hard question. I never think about it, but the idea, the specific class, it's a good idea. A specific creative class is a good idea, but maybe um, the the teachers the teacher make real life problems to the class to students apply the conteúdo. For example, in physics class, in Brazil we don't have, but create some physical real life problems like how a car work, or create a structure to validate some point. I think it's a good way. Uh, uh, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Otávio. And what about you, Christian?
Let me see. Yeah, I completely agree with Otavio. I believe that is a difficult question to answer. I think that we can put the new option or new ways of learning, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if all of the schools can afford it or have the resources to apply it. So I would say that perhaps applying oh, your daughter is over there. Perhaps including I would include the subject of programming in every single school, as I am software developer. I think that with that, everybody can uh, evolve or let me see the question. Let me see the word I was looking for. Or improve the capacity of creativity. I think that programming is something that everybody can do. We just have to be stimulated because when we start doing it, it seems like something so difficult, but in fact, it's not like that if you get used to do it every single day. So, for my view, I would include this kind of subjects like programming in my case, or perhaps like arts for those who like arts, painting, music, uh, or something similar. I would, yeah, perhaps including those kind of subjects in regular classes.
All right, I totally agree with you guys because uh, I like to think I'm a hands-on guy, you know? I need to do and learn doing what I'm doing. That's the reason I think I became a good software developer because you start to study technical stuff, but you need to put your hands on to understand. If you are, I don't know, learning about Docker containers, just reading is not enough. You need to be hands on. And if our schools had the ability to do this to the student, it's even math, science, or any physics or any other subject will be good to us to get more creativity. All right. Okay, guys, be welcome again. Uh, it was a good conversation in the room we was, but I want to listen from you guys who was in the another room. How was the conversation to you guys? Okay, let's start with you, Aparecida. How was the conversation to you?
It was a good conversation, a deep topic. We're talking about education here in Brazil. Yaka give for us a good vision for her experience in the past, but unfortunately not was the reality for the most of part of the students here in Brazil. But it's a kind of hope, of course. We can provide this if we want. Government in general, if we want, we can provide a good education, but nowadays not the true. It's was a good topic, and we need to think about this and
All
improve
right. Thank you.
here in Brazil.
Thank you. And do you feel safe enough to do questions? I don't know, you're in your background at the school or maybe here in Talk and Talk. Do you have this courage or you prefer to keep this to you? How is in your life?
Well, in the school, normally we don't have opportunity to express ourselves. Only follow the books and the script. Nowadays we can here we can express ourselves, our opinions, but when I study, we don't have this opportunity.
All right. All right. It's interesting because we know nowadays could be different, but I don't feel this way. I think it's the same, you know.
For me, it's
Teachers,
same. For my doctor, it's same. Like when I was the student, I'm sharing this with the in my the other class because it's so same. It's tired. It's poor. It's sad, but it's real.
yeah. Okay. Thank you, Aparecida. And what about you, Yanka? Since we were in the another room, how was the conversation there?
It was nice to know the other's background. I came from a very nice background. I have to admit that. I was raised in a countryside and I had public school until my high school, I guess, or the secondary maybe, and then I had access to a lot of stuffs. I had access to ONG, where I have access to soccer, painting, musical stuffs, violin, gymnastic olímpica, and several kinds of stuffs. And I had a cultural center too called Brasital, where I had access to all of this musical stuff. And it's nice to think about the problems. We have a lot, but it will be better to think about some solutions, like to see which kind of public policy this prefeito did in that moment, and how could we replicate in other cities and give the same access to other children too. You know, it will be nice to remember who we vote for example, the vereadores and senadores, and could bring some accountability and make them try to think about some public policy to replicate that or give more better access. And I don't think that military school it will be a better option because I don't think that I could have more space to be creative or freedom to do this kind of question, for example. So we should think about solutions and search for some for who we vote for to bring this solution to the reality, I think, and see the examples that was nice or was right and try to replicate this in other cities, maybe.
All right, that's a good point of view. Thank you, Yanka. And what about you, Lurian?
Yes, I agree. I was answering about like what we can do to not to solve, but at least to make the things better because my experience was not good, and the school I was not stimulated. Uh, and I really think we need to check this propose for the schools and to invest in the teachers. I was saying that I have a friend, she's a teacher, and all the time she comments something about that, and she's never motivated. You know, she wants to be out of the school all the time. So if you have this kind of thoughts, you cannot help the students, right? So it's a cycle. So you need to think about all the chain,